I'm happy to be here today with Tim Arata, our instructor for the Localization Selling the Buyer's Guide Masterclass. Hi, Tim. How are you today?
Great, Alex. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Thanks for being here. Tim is a partner at Locale Solutions, and his fellow partner Melissa Biggs is also our instructor for the Global Language Strategy Masterclass. We're thrilled to work with both of them, great folks, and have put together two amazing masterclasses. Tim, to dive into your class is probably the most interactive class that we offer. Many of our classes have as many as 20 students, but your class we are limiting to 8 students per session, and it's been great to see. We've gotten a diversity of people from all around the world, lots from Europe, several from South America, also people from large enterprise and also from small companies. Yours being the most interactive and small discussion, it's been amazing to see how you've actually modified the course based on that interaction with your students. Can you talk a little bit about how the students actually inform the material and the curriculum that you teach?
Sure, Alex. And hey, it's really good to be here. Good to be chatting with you about this. Yes, we have done 3 classes. Each one of those classes has been a little bit different, and it's out of necessity. Really, when we brought this class into the Localization Institute, it was mostly aimed at sort of larger vendors. But then, given the audience and given the international diversity of the audience, every session required change. I could find something from the previous session that required tweaking that I could really add more value to the next session. So that's been really critical. In terms of the diversity of the students and how that's impacted it, it has become even more enjoyable to me and a lot more interesting for the students and just fun for the students as well. When, despite that difference in the size of the company they're selling for, or despite where they're geographically located or their backgrounds, that we can still find those common threads, those common challenges. And once those come out, the class really takes off and can go down any number of terms. So that's that's a real advantage to the diversity that we're seeing now in the class.
Can you talk a little bit about these common challenges and how do they seem to apply again, regardless of the size of the company? There are some key things that you teach people about what to think about that they're maybe not thinking about in the right way when they approach dealing, with vendors.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. Um, so the class, it's 2 parts, and you've written a lot about it. We don't have to talk about it, but the first one is understanding the buyer themselves a little bit better, and then the second part is after you've gotten a handshake and the agreement, what happens after that, and how the buyer influences that as well. So it's really in that particular framework that they all face the same challenges, but but in a slightly different way. And what's really fun in the class is we can say, yes, I see this, or a student would say, I see it, but it looks like this to us. And another might say, yes, I see it, and it looks similar to that, but different. And then you could still begin to bounce ideas off of each other, and the students actually wind up helping each other as well. But very satisfying, very satisfying.
And in a way, it's actually the experience is amplified by people coming from different backgrounds. As we first approached it and looked at the companies, I remember we were thinking that they were, one was very big and one was very small. Would they even work? But it almost opens more doors as people see what it's like for a different type of company.
It does. In fact, the last class, there were people there from gaming companies. There were people there from sort of video only companies. Um, but finding those common threads was something that we were really able to do and benefit all the students while doing so.
Well, it's been a real pleasure helping with this class with you. I know that I've seen more interaction in your class than any of the others, and the feedback that we've gotten has been, again, outstanding. People finding it not just valuable, but also making connections with their fellow classmates that I think will last a very long time, not just on business, but on a personal level. And that's been really gratifying for me.
Yeah, it has been. It's so nice to work with the Localization Institute because philosophically we're in lockstep. And what I mean by that is we're both only interested in providing value. So what do I say to that? You're talking about the reviews and all that. If someone's interested in taking the class, please don't take my word for it. We've done 3 classes now with the Localization Institute. We can put you in touch with previous students, and you can judge yourself whether or not the class is right for you. And I think that speaks volumes about what we're mutually trying to accomplish here.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me today, Tim. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to producing your next class with you.
Likewise, Alex, thanks for all you do for us.